We have news coming out of Japan regarding not only the upcoming Mazda Miata refresh, the ND3, but also the redesign, the NE Miata. Let's get into it. And if you're excited for the upcoming ND3 as well as the NE Miata, smash the heck out of that like button and let's get into it. Translations coming courtesy of Google Translate, and Google Translate was not on its A game today with the translations. Check out what they're expecting for the front end of the ND3 Miata. We have these new daytime running lights that kind of bisect the middle of the headlight, but the circular portion looks to remain. And then we have a little bit more chiseled bottom bumper here. We know that there's going to be a refresh, at least a minor refresh. There are spy shots out there with camouflaged front and rear bumpers. And then down here is going to be the NE Miata, or the next generation. So let's check this out, what they're expecting on this refresh from the back. I think these new taillights look awesome. Hopefully they look like this. I'm getting like Pokeball vibes. I mean, that's what my kids are into, and I'm into as well, but that's what comes to my mind right now. I like the bar that goes across that's blacked out. Slightly revised bottom bumper here. It looks like we'll retain the dual tip exhaust. But check out these massive wheels. The wheel size maybe gets larger, and it's just a very pretty vehicle. I want yellow. I want more yellow choices on Japanese cars, and please, Mazda, bring a yellow to your Miata once again here in North America. We'll go over the renders for the NE Miata here in a little bit, but I want to go over the details of the ND3, the newest refresh that will probably come at the end of this year. Largely, they have to update the Miata because of safety regulations, and also it seems like cybersecurity regulations. Maybe this thing is hackable. Again, translation is not on our side today, but they're going to ditch a 7-inch screen for a nearly 9-inch screen, which bring it on, because I'd love to have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, which I don't think the current MX-5 has. It said that the changes are minimal, but you can see the difference at a glance. Furthermore, it leads to improved aerodynamic performance, and the main change is the shape of the front and rear bumpers. The latest knowledge and technology are also applied to the engine and undercarriage to provide the best driving performance at the moment. What I'm getting from this part of the translation is that the 2-liter will live on. We won't get a 2.4 or 2.5 liter. And the minor change model, again, is expected to go on sale in November, so we should have a debut pretty soon, probably by the end of summer, you would think, or early fall, because it is going on sale right after that. So better safety, better infotainment, better looks here on the ND3 Miata. Hopefully we get some cool paint colors, some different wheel designs would be great. I mean, these look amazing on this yellow color. But let's get into the NE Miata here. Check out what they're expecting this to look like. Now keep in mind that the coupe that they showed to us this past fall was this vehicle right here, which looks to be like the next generation hardtop MX-5. I mean, you could say maybe it's an RX-7, but honestly, I'm getting all vibes for MX-5 at this point. I love the faux pop-up headlights. They look great. Just the smoothness of this vehicle looks amazing. And so their renders obviously don't look nearly as good as the actual concept from Mazda, but I'm not upset of what we see here. And they take this floating spoiler inside the grille from that concept as well. But they stick with the singular rear taillight instead of kind of that double design we had on the concept. I'm also not a big fan of these boomerang designs around the taillights, on the fenders as well, even on the front bumper. It seems to be a bit strange. We have another look from the side profile. From the side profile, it's looking hot, I'll say that. I mean, maybe a little bit LC convertible right here with how it tails up near the back. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this a mini LC that we're going to be getting? I don't think so, but man, is it shaping up to be pretty hot. So let's get into the translations. The 5th generation NE model is an electric car and expected to debut in 2025 to 2027. I would probably expect on the second end of that. So we're currently in phase 1 for Mazda's future product rollout, which is to strengthen cost reduction efforts, enhance supply chains. Phase 2 comes in 2025 to 2027. So this reintroduction, or this introduction of this next generation NE Miata, likely to be battery electric, could be coming at the end of phase 2 here, where they focus on battery procurement, enhancement of battery technology and development, and advance the launch of BEVs. Now, could it slip into phase 3, which is full-scale BEVs? It's a possibility. And then here is their scalable EV architecture platform that they'll be rolling out. in just a few years' time. Currently, we see these two guys already on the market with the CX, well, the large product group with the CX-90, the CX-60, 70, and to come 80. By 2030, Mazda is planning to be 25 to 40% battery electric vehicles, and more than half will be hybrid or plug-in hybrid. So is it a possibility that the MX-5 will be a hybrid or plug-in hybrid? I guess so. Pure gasoline-powered vehicles or even diesel-powered vehicles are going to be difficult in the near future. Heck, even Toyota just gave the Hilux in Australia a 48-volt mild hybrid system, which is pretty neat, which gives it, I think, about 10% better fuel economy. And previous rumors have alluded to maybe a mild hybrid or some sort of Frankenstein system for the next MX-5. And there will be an introduction of a new hybrid electric system based off of Toyota's technology around the same time that the next generation Roadster MX-5 will be launched. Now, from Mazda themselves, they say it has not yet been decided yet. However, the country's largest road motor journalist, Kenji Momota, who covered the star event Karuizawa Meeting 2023, says with confidence there is no choice but to become a battery electric vehicle for the MX-5 Miata. And after listening to the stories of many people working at the development site, he was convinced. Mr. Momota's comments are as follows: a battery electric MX-5 with a perfect 50-50 weight distribution, rather than have front-heavy hybrid electric vehicles with more auxiliaries. And from Mr. Momota's point of view is that if you want to make it lighter, the battery that can be installed will be reduced, but the cruising range will be shortened and the design can be made low and compact. But all signs are pointing for the next generation NE Miata to come in the second half of this decade, maybe 2027, to be battery electric. They don't know the battery technology that they'll be using, but they want to stick to the original formula: small, fun to drive, lightweight. And if it's going to be like, you almost need solid state batteries in a really small battery pack. But by 2027, Mazda, unless they're buying solid state batteries from Lexus and Toyota, I just don't see them having a super light. Maybe that's for the NF Miata to have solid state batteries. In the meantime, we'll get a heavy NE Miata as a battery electric vehicle, and I'm sure Mazda will keep it rear wheel drive. I don't think that they'll be able to incorporate a manual transmission with it like Toyota and Lexus will be doing with their battery electric vehicles, but I could be wrong. I mean, it's possible Toyota could share that technology with Mazda, as Toyota has a stake in Mazda. So while I'm super excited for the ND3 Miata that will get a refresh by the end of this year with some nice updates, I'm a little torn on the upcoming NE Miata. If it happens to be a full-on battery electric vehicle, it's going to be heavy. It's not going to have the same sort of connection with the driver. You won't be able to road through your own gears more than likely. Its range will be limited. Good luck taking a road trip in it. I mean, if they want to keep it lightweight, it'll only have maybe 200 miles of range would be my guess. And if they are going that route, maybe they give it a dual motor rear setup for true torque vectoring. That would be pretty epic. I don't think it needs all-wheel drive. That will just add to the weight of the vehicle. And it'll take away from the spirit as a rear-wheel drive Roadster if they gave it an all-wheel drive EV powertrain. But I'm going to shut down. I'm excited to see what you guys have to say about the ND3 as well as the NE Miata to be battery electric, or more than likely at this point in time. I'll catch you guys in the comments. Smash the like button if you haven't. I would appreciate that. And have a great day. Peace.